Welcome back. If you're just joining us, today we are having an extraordinary woman whose self-belief drove her to the position she is in currently. Just before she went on a break, Esther has just recounted to us how she quit just as she felt the stagnation of her career. And when you quit, there was no fear, Esther? Did you have, had you, by the time you were quitting, had you made your plans? Did you have a plan B? Amani Iletu, you know what? I've realized this is not working for me. I am bigger than this, I'm better than this, let me walk.
To be honest, retrospectively, I wonder whether it was all shut up, yeah? Shut up, you know. I come from Nyeri, yeah? So sometimes forgive my language, yeah?
No.
C and H and L and R. You get what I mean? Okay, that is with a light touch, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? So I knew I'm diving into unknown. But what was the option for me? I have hit a dead end there. If one door is closed, surely another one must be opened. So I was opening another door. Why am I hesitating about that? Because it's God who opens doors. It's not necessarily I. You get what I mean? But I need to accept that and to endorse the fact that you cannot sit there waiting for things to happen from nowhere. You must take responsibility, and to the extent possible, which is another thing that is common with the GMM mountain, which is Give Me My Mountain movement, courtesy of the book that I've written, is we do believe to the extent possible, to the extent that you can understand it, move. And once you make that move, when you get to that next position, you will learn what you need to learn when you are in there. So when I got out, the easiest thing to do, because I was an editor, was to set up an audit firm that was called Esther Muchemi and Company. But I knew that was not my end game. But it was, today I call it, an incubation period when I needed to figure out what I need to do at the next level. And I worked on it for 5 years. Oh yes, absolutely. And in those 5 years, I always say the only thing I came out with it is my first Mercedes-Benz. And it was an achievement, by the way. When I was working, I didn't have it. So the fact that I worked in this audit firm and came out with a beautiful car, I still respect that. For your information, the audit firm is still there. However, I have given it out to the people who have worked for me all those years, to the partners that were working with me. And so for me today, that is,
the battalion.
That is there.
Because other doors also opened for you.
Absolutely.
God has also been on your side. But,
exactly.
It's quitting your job and starting your own firm, and it's not like you really had cash that was there to start your own firm.
No.
So we can call it you took a risk.
I took a risk, and my life is about taking risks. So thank God, when you are doing the requirements of capital as people perceive it, is not so demanding when you are an audit firm, when you are an auditor, because it's about opening an office, it's about putting a desk, and then about using your head, and then going out and market. So it was easy. But then, after 5 years, I then started now what is the big thing for us today.
So 5 years later, yes. Here's Esther leaving her Esther Muchemi audit firm.
Yes.
With her Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, that's the only thing I remember.
With her Mercedes-Benz. Yes. After 5 years,
yes.
After taking that risk. That's one thing that we all fear as human beings, to take that risk.
Yes.
But she'd hit a dead end. Mm-hmm. So after 5 years, your Mercedes-Benz, you walked out of the audit firm.
Yes.
Where did you walk into next?
Well, telecommunication was beginning to open up in this country. So Safaricom, then Telecom, because people forget that Safaricom was a department of Telecom then. So I then...
information that you don't get to know, you don't get to hear on a daily. So please do pay attention.
Yeah, isn't it? So yes. So I opened a shop on in Ginyo Towers on Koinange Street a few months before Safaricom relaunched. And I was selling phones, I was selling faxes. You remember there was something called faxes? Yeah, that thing. That's what I was selling then. And Safaricom found me doing that. And when we opened that shop, outside, the little money that I have saved, that was just enough to set up the shop, nothing else. So what did I rely on? I relied a lot on people's goodwill, that customers and creditors would give me goods on credit. In fact, when Safaricom came in, my first transaction with Safaricom was 50,000 shillings, and that's all I had. And it is on the basis of that, the buying, the selling, the banking, the buying, the selling, that I have built what I have today. I did not have, for example, security that would allow the banks to give me money and loans and overdraft when I started. So my basis and my biggest asset that I have, and I dare, it still remains my greatest asset today, is honesty and integrity and my name and my brand of Esther Muchemi. Because as I've walked the journey, I have found people trust me. I have had young people come and share their ideas with me. And for me, I still say, and I'm a firm believer, that capital as people know it today is not the key determinant of where you will be and what your success will be. There are many other things that can make you a success, and I am out, and I will still call out young people to know that money per se is not the most important thing if you want to be a success. For me, the belief in myself, the belief in my greatness, the integrity and honesty aspect have contributed significantly to making me whom I am today. And who are we today? We have 8 companies.
Yes, 8 companies. As I said, she is a mogul. Esther Muchemi is now the CEO of Samchi Group, a group that houses Jumbocom, Ford Airtime, and Mergood Telecom's Samchi Credit, a microfinance entity, Samchi Heights, a real estate and property development company, After 40 Hotel, El Roy Plaza, Heavenly Wings, and Space International, Shikilia Stores, and the latest being Samchi Digital. Boss Lady Quote of the Day. You will be defined not just by what you achieve, but by how you survive. This quote is by Sheryl Sandberg. We end here today. When we come back, we'll look at her association with Kenya's biggest telco company. Same time next week.